Hello, I am Samantha Thomas, and I'm here to talk to you about an ESP assignment that I had to do for Management 4300. And we had to pick a merger. It could have been international or just here in the U.S. And the one that I picked is more recent merger that existed, and that is when Microsoft decided to merge with LinkedIn. Both of these organizations are well known and have similarities, but they also have a lot of differences in their own right. Um, in 2016, Microsoft finalized its deal with LinkedIn. Um, Microsoft's acquisition of LinkedIn, it was basically a $26 million deal. That might sound like a little excessive, but when two companies are that successful and they merge together, then they're bound to exceed that success. So this was announced in June of 2016. Now, they had discussed merging in June of 2016. However, the actual merge itself didn't take place until that December of 2016. So this past December. So a lot of things were taken into account, and a lot of people had to be put into the right places. A lot of moves had to be made. It wasn't something that they could just talk about and it happened overnight. It took months of decision making and group work and executive decisions. It took a lot of work on both sides of the companies, especially for Microsoft. Um, the main reason for the merger was so that the companies could integrate LinkedIn Sales Navigator tools for sales into Microsoft's customer relationship management tool Dynamics. So basically, they wanted to make a bridge between the sales and the organization with the customer themselves. And this gives the customers and the users of Microsoft a better understanding and consideration of what goes on the sales part of it, and it builds a relationship between sales and customer. So this is beneficial for both parties, and it can benefit the company in more ways than one, many ways. Um, Other integration points include integrating LinkedIn notifications into Windows and integrating LinkedIn's identity system into the Office 365 suite. They want to do this so that people will be able to see and use LinkedIn information in their workflow. So basically, instead of having to go to a LinkedIn app or go to a LinkedIn site while using a Microsoft's computer, tablet, anything with Microsoft data, you'll be able to use LinkedIn and it'll be right there for you to use at your fingertips. You won't have to go to a website. You won't have to search for a LinkedIn account. You won't have to search for an app. You won't have to download an app. It'll already be implemented into the Microsoft data. So anytime you buy a computer with Microsoft, which is the high percentage of the computers, LinkedIn will be available at your fingertips. Let's see. This is the integration plan. This is what Microsoft and LinkedIn have came up with to integrate all of the properties into and put them into action. Okay, so the first step, LinkedIn identity and network in Microsoft Outlook and the Office suite. So they want to be able to find their identity. LinkedIn's identity is now a part of Microsoft. It's not its own organization anymore. LinkedIn notifications within the Windows Action Center. Enabling members drafting resumes in Word to update their profiles and discover and apply to jobs on LinkedIn. So basically, workers, it's always changing. Your work, your career, it's always changing. So by using Microsoft data, which is implemented on all the computers, basically used anyway in a workplace, when you have to apply for that new job or when something changes in the workplace, you'll be able to go on LinkedIn and apply for that new job with the snap of a finger instead of having to go through this long job searching process. It'll be right there for you. Extending the reach of sponsored content across Microsoft properties. Enterprise LinkedIn lookup powered by Active Directory and Office 365. LinkedIn Learning available across the Office 365 and Windows ecosystem, developing a business news desk across our content ecosystem and MSN.com, and redefining social selling through the combination of Sales Navigator and Dynamics 365. So basically, by implementing LinkedIn and Microsoft, by merging them together, it increases everything for both companies: customer satisfaction, sales, ease of access with using the programs. So this merger, I find it to be very successful. There might have been some difficulties that came into play when trying to merge these two companies because they're both so successful on their own. So it's hard to take two really successful companies and basically strip their identity away and make them into one and share and feed off of each other's successes. When something's so successful, why does it need anything else? I mean, but you can always find a way to get better. I feel like these companies, they put their differences aside and they realize that if they put their strengths and skills together, they can make their organizations better as a whole and implement and basically benefit off of each other, and that's what they decided to do. So I would decide this merger as a successful one. Microsoft CEO, he was quick to put out a statement, like basically saying that this merger was successful in his eyes and in the company of Microsoft, and that's a big deal, like to take that big of a step and to feel that strong about the success. But anyways, this is what he says. Microsoft CEO also believes that this acquisition is a successful one, just like I do, and this is what his full note was. He issued out after the merge. He said, "Today is an exciting day, one I've been looking forward to since June. It marks the close of the agreement for Microsoft to acquire LinkedIn and the beginning of our journey to bring together the world's leading professional cloud and the world's leading professional network. As our two companies' leadership teams have spent as our two companies' leadership teams have spent time together these last few months, I've gained a deeper understanding of and appreciation for LinkedIn's relentless focus on its members. Today I am even more enthusiastic about the common mission and sense of purpose we share, the similarities in our cultures, and the added value we can create for LinkedIn members to help professionals transform how they work, realize new career opportunities, and connect in new ways." So basically, both companies offer severe strengths that they have been successful off of. Microsoft is basically the leading computer database in the world, and LinkedIn is one of the leading workplace databases in the world. So when you put the two together, you can't help but have success. I feel like this was a very successful merge. I feel like it will only benefit both companies. It'll only bring in a high amount of revenue, and it can only ease the workplace and the environment and have high customer satisfaction. So I would say that this merger was very successful, and that ends my presentation. So thanks for watching.